Okay, today we are talking about the puppy biting. Okay, she doesn't bite me too much. The first step I want to do is I get some tasty food in my hand. Yeah, and they come over and they paw at you and they lick you and they nibble you. Yes. And when they finally back up, so she backed up, I opened my hand, and when she could remain, yes, backed up, even though she can see the food, no. Yes, good girl. I let her have it. So they're learning that grabbing you, nibbling you, pawing you, none of that's working. None of them gets them what they want, okay? So that's step one in our puppy biting. Yes, good girl. So I keep my hand open. Yes, good girl. Closing your hand is punishment, so we don't want to punish. No. Yes, we don't want to punish if there's no reason to. Yes, she's like shimmied all the way back off of the screen. Yes, good girl, very nice. Okay, so she's done this already. This is my third week having her. We've already been doing this exercise, so you can see it doesn't take long for them to get good at it, okay? I would use varying degrees of food, so they're kibble, but then also using high quality food, hot dogs, cheese, lunch meat, whatever. Nova! Yes, good girl. Hand out with all my food. No. See that I'm also teaching her the no as well. Yes, and yes as well. Yes, meaning what you did is correct. No, meaning what you did was incorrect. Yes, good girl. Very nice. So I do already have a video of this when she was brand new. Yes, good girl. And it's called like a typical puppy training session. It's on Facebook. It's on YouTube. No. Good stuff. Also notice my hand never moves. Aside from closing it and opening it, it stays right where it's at. Yes. Oh, you're so smart. You're so smart. Stage 2 is teaching them a basic hand target. So when you're doing a hand target, come here, your hand is empty. I put my empty hand out. And if they don't come touch you right away, you're going to take it away, represent it. Yes. And then once they touch your hand, you're going to plop a treat in there. Now the basic hand target is really great for teaching coming when called as well. Yes. But also teaches them to interact with your hands with their mouth closed. So notice every time she does this, her mouth, let me break this treat, her little mouth is closed. Ready? Yes. Good girl. Yes. Good job. So we're going to swap hands. Yes. Good. So it gives you a way to interact with your dog, and that teaches them, yes, how to interact with your hands with their mouth closed. Later on, when she's larger, when she's bigger, when she's more grown, we will discuss how this helps teaching recalls as well. Yes, what a good girl. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, I can tell you now that the magic is that it teaches them, yes, to come to an empty hand. So when you're standing in the back door calling them in from the yard and you're like, hey kiddo, come here, and your hand is empty, dogs get really good at looking for the goods. So we want them to see the empty hand and go, that means, yes, food will get put in it if I come towards it. All right, so I'll give her a little push back. Yes. Good girl. And then a push back. Yes. Oh, super job. You're so smart. You're so good. You're so good. You're so smart. You're so good. You're so good. All right, stage 3 is teaching them how to play with toys properly. Ow, oh, you got it. So we start with like a basic tug. We love to tug. Up. Get it. So her teeth touched my skin there. So I simply said up and took my toy away, right? In this case, we don't ask for a drop. We don't ask for an out. Get this toy. Oh, there's dog hair blowing around. That's way more fun. Yes! All right! I'm going to throw this for her. Get it! That's it. Get it. Oh my goodness. You do not have the toy. You do not have the toy with you. No, you don't. Maybe she will bring it. Good girl. Get it, get it. Good girl, good girl. Get it, get it. I'm gonna get it. So sorry. I'm gonna get that toy. It looks good. Yeah, good stuff. So we're playing with toys. Oh my goodness. And we want them to learn not to grip or re-grip where your hand is at. So you can see kind of how much space, and as she creeps, if her little mouth touches my skin, I'm simply going to take the toy away. Yes, good girl. But if she doesn't, I'm going to really animate it and let her yes, good girl, and let her tear it up. Who's good, who's good, who's good? Get it. Ah. And I take it away for a second, just for a second. Ready? Get it. Yes, good girl. Yeah, good job. Up. Ready? Ready? Get it. Yes, good girl. And it just makes them more thoughtful about where they're putting their mouth. Get it. Yes, you can see she really leapt over my hand right there. What a good girl. And we animate it, and we have a good time, and training should be play, and play should be training, and we're always having fun. Get it? Yes, good girl. And I don't know if you can see how much space is between her mouth and my hand, but she's becoming more thoughtful. Now, this is not our first session. We do this every single day. We tug every day. Yes, and we work on mouth placement every day. Good girl. I've had her about... Up. Oh, get it. Yes, this is my third week having her. Thursday will be week 3 for sure. So, you have your food in your hand game. You have your hand target game. She's like, no way. And then you have playing with toys. Ready? I'm gonna throw this for her so she can have it. Nova. But we need to talk about some management as well. And if you are training and you get to a point that they're really hitting your hand, and there's just no amount of stopping it, they probably need a break. And that break needs to happen in a kennel. They need to get put into a crate. So train every day, play every day, but recognize that they are still puppies and that they need to be kenneled when they're just kind of getting wound up. Now, this is where I will tell you that humans have to be honest with themselves and with what's going on. I just love how she looks like a tiny little thing back there. If your dog is wound up and is wound for sound and is being crazy and is out of control, then maybe you haven't exercised them enough that day. Maybe they need a walk. Maybe they need more training. Maybe they need a better play session. If you know you've done those things and they should be worn out, then what could be happening is like with human children, they argue with taking a nap. And so they may just need to get put in a crate to help them settle down. So train, walk, exercise, play, and then utilize your crate to prevent things you don't want. All right? Otherwise, I hope these three skills are helping you with your dog puppy mouthing behaviors. Have fun with your best buddies.